I'm Fletcher Brown with another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, please welcome for the first time to KIX96, Linde LaChance. How are you, Linde?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to KIX96.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so we've been talking a little bit off camera before the interview about Linde and growing up in Massachusetts and her move to Nashville and her music. But one of the more interesting things we'll talk about is what she started out doing before she decided to pick up a guitar and become a songwriter. You actually are a young lady of many talents. Through school, you were a performer, musical theater and things like that. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about how you decided you arced into country music.
Well, I came from a family where everyone is musical. I mean, everyone in my family, on both sides of my family, is musical. They either play an instrument or sing in some form or fashion. It was basically a requirement in my family to do something musical. So I came from a very musical background, and my grandparents are big theater people, so growing up at school, I used to do a lot of theater. Mm-hmm. I used to do a little bit of acting here and there as well, and I was a figure skater too, so I had some performance things through my skating, getting to compete, and I got to do that nationally, so I got to be in huge arenas all the time, which was really awesome. So just kind of growing up, I've always loved performing, and having that musical background and getting to skate to music every day was incredible. And it just, as I grew up and got older, I realized that it was the music that I really loved.
Well,
and what I wanted to do.
You came to Nashville, Belmont University,
mm-hmm.
and you're studying songwriting.
Yes, I've been in Nashville since I was about 6 years old, and I decided to stay in Nashville to go to school at Belmont. I'm studying music business, so I have one more year left. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to be done and graduate.
Now, your debut album, Searching for Something, there's 12 songs on it. You've written, is it 12 songs? And you've written
mm-hmm.
all of them.
Yes. Yes, I do a lot of writing on my own. Some of the songs I've co-written with my little sister, actually. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about those songs, too, getting to have my sister with me and a part of my first album. It's pretty cool to have that.
Okay, so let's talk about the single then, Where We'd Be. Well, what is this song about?
Well, Where We'd Be, I wrote the summer after I graduated from high school. I was still 17, almost 18, and I wrote this song about a guy that I was totally head over heels for. But I knew that he was going to be going off to college, and I was starting a gap year, actually, before starting at Belmont. So I kind of wrote this song as a reflection of who I would be as a person if I hadn't have had him in my life, even for just one brief summer. He taught me a lot about what I wanted in life and the kind of person I wanted to end up with, and even though it definitely wasn't him, it taught me a lot, and that's kind of where We'd Be came from.
Okay, so the single's Where We'd Be. You want to hear it, make sure you call us at KIX96. We'll be happy to play it for you. Searching for Something is the album, and it's out now. Want to talk a little bit about your other passion, the music. You mentioned it earlier, you're a figure skater. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, you're actually a figure skater basically on the Olympic level. Is that correct?
Almost. Not quite, but pretty close. I did compete nationally. I skated pairs and singles, but I competed nationally all over the country for my pair skating for about 10 years with mm-hmm. The same partner. So.
And you work with the Nashville Predators.
I do. I'm an ice girl on their energy team for the Nashville Predators, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. I've been doing that for a couple years now.
So how does, as far as like these two passions go, both obviously you can figure skate with a partner or solo. You can songwrite with a partner or solo. How do you channel your art through both of these activities?
I channel my art just through my passion and love for what I do. As I grew up as a kid, there was a lot kind of going on in my life. My parents were divorced, and it was a lot to deal with in some different ways. Family is hard, no matter what kind of family that you have. And I needed another outlet outside of just my skating, and so that's kind of how I started writing. And I had always written in journals, and I had always written poems as a kid and things like that. So I just the songwriting kind of transformed from there. I just kind of took my poems and started adding music to them eventually.
Mm-hmm. And you still find like your zen place on the ice, though. All right, that's beautiful. If you want to hear Linde LaChance, please find her online at lindelachance.com.
Yes.
All right, and of course Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, you all social media. All right, Linde LaChance and Where We'd Be is the single. Call us here at KIX96. We're happy to play it for you, and hopefully we'll have Linde back real soon. All right, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time. Another artist video blog at KIX96country.com.